Let's begin by modifying our standoff here in order to make it a bit thicker and give us a little more of a friction fit between it and our battery charger. That way when we place our battery charger, it will lie in there firmly instead of easily being able to slide in and out to give us more of a secure fit. Now there are a couple ways we can go about this, and I'll show you the first way. First, I'm going to just remove every component that we don't need to see here. And the first option will be to just use our Modify Press Pull tool. So if we go under our Modify menu, we'll see our Press Pull tool, and notice the Q keyboard shortcut there. I'm going to select that and just select this surface of our standoff. And now I can drag this arrow out or in to make it thicker or thinner. Or I can simply add a distance here in this dialog box. For example, if I wanted to make this 0.1 millimeters thicker, I would just type that in. I'm going to hit cancel because this is not the approach I want to take. I find it more beneficial to just go in and modify that original sketch that set that diameter for that cylinder that we extruded. Now, how do we go in to edit that sketch? Well, there's a few ways. We can use our timeline here to go back and find that sketch. And notice if I select each of these sketch features, it'll actually give me an outline of that particular sketch. So we can click through these and eventually we'll find it. So we can see that it's this one here. We also have the option to go into our sketches folder under our browser and finding the sketch that way. And in the future, you can also rename these sketches to be more descriptive to make this process a little easier for you. But I'm going to show you yet a different way, and I think this way is actually a little bit easier. So we'll turn on sketches here. If I right click on this surface, well, first I'll left click to select it, then I'll right click, and then I can find Edit Profile Sketch under the menu. So once I click on that, it'll actually bring me right into that sketch to modify it. So we can get rid of bodies, and I can simply go in and change that offset from negative or from 0.2 to 0.1, hit enter, and that'll make that change. And the beautiful thing here is it'll change all 4 circles here. So I can just hit stop sketch, bring back our bodies, and there we have it. So to confirm, we can actually, let's select that circle here, or any one of these. We see that our radius is 1.25. And I should have checked it ahead of time, but I'm going to hit Control Z to go back. So it's going to go back to that sketch. I'm going to keep hitting it until it changes that to 0.2 and go back out of that sketch. And let's see what that radius was then. So it was 1.15. So we went from 1.15 to 1.25, increase 25, increasing it by 0.1 millimeters. So let's go back forward again. I'm just going to redo to bring this forward now that we've confirmed it. And again, I'll check it, 1.25. And you can see that each of these are all the same. And if I bring in that battery charger, you may be able to see that there's a little bit less of a gap in there between the standoff and the component.